All right. Let's see, do we have Yanis in the room? Benito? Hi, guys. Can you let me know if you can hear me all right? Would be great. So we're just a few minutes early. Get started in a sec. So yeah, believe it or not, this is my first Google Hangouts, and we're using Webinar Jam. So lots of shiny buttons to figure out. I hope that you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can see me. That'll be pretty cool, being this is a live webinar. So can any of you maybe find the chat and just type some stuff in there? Just a hi. I don't know if you saw the chat. Right, so it's time, but I'm a little worried that I'm not hearing anything from you guys. Let me try, and I'm going to try something here. Let's see. So let's see. I'll try this again. So guys, welcome. I hope you can hear me. I'd love to get started, but I'm just going to make sure that you can, in fact, hear me. So how about giving me a hi in the chat? Yes, we hear you. How about I see here? No? Can you hear me? Hi, Benito. Thank you. Can you hear me and see me all right? Is this thing working? Awesome. Great. Okay, so I know there are a couple more people that wanted to come, so we're just going to give them a few minutes. Excellent. And then we're going to get started. So basically we will, hi Yanis, awesome, thank you, welcome. Yeah, so, we'll do a quick chat about MagLoft, depending on the number of people that show up for this very quick and almost unplanned webinar. We'll see how it goes. Otherwise, you guys can shoot any questions that you have, anything that you're curious about, anything that you want to show me, how it's done inside MagLoft. We can definitely do that. We have time for it. So let's see. We'll just give people, I'm glad that it's working. I'm glad that you can see and hear me. So we'll just give me 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right. All right. So we're just giving the peeps a couple more minutes. If they don't show, we'll just go ahead and get started. Let's see here. So this is actually very, very cool. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Webinar Jam or Google Hangouts, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. It's pretty neat. Let's see here. Okay, I just sent out an email to the people. We'll give them a minute, then we'll come back and we'll start. Okay, sorry for keeping you waiting. All right. Let's see. We're not that many here, so I'm going to try and skip the presenting mode. Let's see how that goes. Stop that, and let's see. Here. Okay. All right, so I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm trying to figure out how I can let you speak if you want to. Maybe you can do that setting yourselves. I'm not sure. But before I just go ahead and start talking like a madman about MagLoft, because that's what I'm pretty good at, I'm curious to hear, I know you guys have seen MagLoft for a while, so I'm curious to hear if there's anything specific that you'd like me to touch on so that we can get that cleared out of the way, and then maybe I can show you some neat things that you aren't aware of already. So if there is anything that you'd like me to start out with, show you guys, just go ahead and put that in the chat. Yeah. All right, cool. We got some more guys in. Welcome, guys. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me, and hopefully my screen as well. Just give me a hi, Nick, we hear you, or yes, that would be great. Okay. So guys, this is exciting for me. This is my first live webinar. I mean, I've done tons of videos and recordings and stuff, but the live event is the first one here. So excited about that. That was Kent. So yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about MagLoft, and it's a bit of a mixed group that we have here. Some of you have already gotten quite far. Some of you probably don't even know much about MagLoft. So good, thank you, Bruce. Great. So just a quick, brief overview. So we're a company here. We're based in Bali, and we're building a digital publishing platform that's going to kick the asses of everyone else out there. Good, thank you, Yanis. And we started very small, and we've grown now. We're a team of 5. We've just started our hackathon, or one hackathon this week, and we've got some exciting things coming out for all of you. So there's going to be much more about that. We're excited to be here. We're excited to be able to create something that you guys can use, grow your business, grow your following. So that's just super awesome. In this video, or in this video, I'm so used to doing video recordings. Here tonight, I wanted to just briefly talk about MagLoft, to show you inside the portal, show you how to get started with some content and how to get it ready for publishing, and maybe perhaps also explain a little bit about our plan. So unless, you know, I asked the guys before, I think we're almost a full house of the people. Yeah, very good. Is there anything that you'd like me to touch on in this video so that I make sure that you get everything answered? And if there's any Webinar Jam expert, tell me how I can allow other people to talk. That would be great. If not, no problem. We can do this by chat, and I'll just keep talking. So is there anything you would like me to touch on in this chat here tonight? Otherwise, I'm just going to jump over to MagLoft and show you some of the latest stuff that we've got. Let's see here. Cool. All right. I'm going to share my screen here. Here we go. And presenter. So does everyone see, I hope everyone sees the MagLoft login. So I'm just going to go ahead and log into my account. And very quickly, just go over a couple of things. I need to revert back to the chat. Okay, I got it here. Cool. So in case you didn't know, you could set up an unlimited number of magazines. So obviously it's free to sign up for MagLoft, and you can just test and try everything in there. There are no restrictions. The only restriction is when it's time to publish. Then then you need to choose one of our plans. So in case you're not aware of it, you can upload a PDF. You can also upload HPub files that are packed mini websites. You can also create a new issue using our editor. So I think for this example here, I'm just going to quickly upload a PDF, and I have to title. This is going to be the bikini guide. There we go. Upload. So I have a PDF here. MagLoft demo. So you can upload a PDF, and it will obviously automatically get up in the portal. And once it's there, it will start converting, which will turn it into something that our editor can read and use. And once it's in there, you can go ahead and add interactive widgets on top of that. So I know some of you requested to see how you can use PDFs. You can see here, I uploaded it and it starts converting immediately. And once that's done, we could go into the editor and have a look. Whilst it's doing that, I can just briefly touch on the publishing section here. Now, the way this works is that you have a section over here where you need to add the different information that we need in order to publish through your developer account. So with MagLoft, we use your own developer account for two main reasons. You remain in control of your app, and you remain in control of your revenue as well. There are a lot of companies out there that tell you, we'll do it for you, don't worry about it. But really what they're saying is we will own your app and you can't transfer it because Apple won't allow app transfers that have auto-renewable subscriptions, and a free subscription is required. So they all have auto-renewable subscriptions. So basic magazine information, subscriptions. Here you can decide if it's a free magazine or if you'll have a paid subscription. Then you can choose a couple of settings here. I won't go into detail, but you can add a subscription if you want to have two. You can remove it again, and you can remove the first one again if you just want to have a free subscription. So that's pretty simple. As for integrations, you can integrate with Parse. Now, you can either do your own Parse account or we'll do it for you. Result is pretty much the same. We can even add you as an administrator for our account. And then you can add your tracking code as well for Google Analytics and Facebook installs if you have a Facebook page, a Facebook app, and if you want to track paid campaigns from Facebook, you want to see which ads actually deliver app installs. Then there are images and icons. These are images that we need in order to customize your app, obviously. So this is the header. It goes on top of the magazine app. I'll show you that. And an app icon and a header for the Google Play Store as well. I can go into details with these if you have more questions for them. So this here, select screenshots, is a fairly new feature. It will allow you to select one of your issues. Let's go with, actually, let's go with DPI, and then it will just list all the pages. And you can see here I have 4, so if I wanted to add a 5th, I could just add the image by clicking it, the page, and I can remove it by clicking both places. So this is really for us to get 5 screenshots that we can again use in the app stores to promote your magazine app. And last but not least, there's a developer account setup. I'm just going to quickly jump over to another magazine so I don't reveal my password and login. In the developer account setup, this is where you can link your iTunes Connect account. It's a very cool, fairly new feature. This allows us to make sure that you're giving us the correct information. You log in, it will verify, and then you can add your account. So we know we can publish your app into your account. Cool, so no questions yet. I'm just going to continue. Otherwise, guys, just fire away. I hope you see what I'm showing you inside of MagLoft. Otherwise, please shout out. Cool. So that was, really a basic publishing. If you add all this information and you get all greens, out here's the progress that we're building in here. You see this is at 0 progress. Then you're good to go. Then you need to upgrade your account. And as soon as that's done, the team will start building your app for you and get it published. So the Android app will go out basically same day because they're so quick. And For Apple, they take about 7 to 10 days to approve new apps. That's just Apple. That's got nothing to do with us or you. So back to our magazine and the PDF that we uploaded. You can see here it is. And it will actually automatically take the first page and use it as a cover image. If you don't like that, you just click on the cover, and then you can select another image that you want to use for your cover image. Cool. So far, so good. Let me just see if there's anything from you guys. Okay. Awesome, guys. Remember, just shout out if there's something special that you want me to show. Let's see, go back here. So we've got our PDF uploaded, and now what we can do is we can jump into our editor. And you can see a very nice cover, Kayla Isina's. So one thing to note about PDFs, when you upload them, if they have a iPad format, they're typically like 768 pixels by 1024. It'll fit perfectly on an iPad screen. But as soon as you go down to a phone view, it's going to leave a slight gap at the top and at the bottom. And that is just because the page has a set aspect ratio. And the aspect ratio changes from phone, it goes slimmer to iPad. So just to clear that one up real quick. We can talk more about that as well. But here under pages, you can see we've already got all the thumbnails of all the pages inside of this guide. And really, the way it works is I'm going to try and find a really good example. I don't know, maybe this one. I'm just going to jump to page 20. So here you can see this is the page. That's actually what it looks like. And if I go into widgets, I can then drag in a YouTube widget, paste it here, and then I can just drag in the corner here. I can resize it. You can see it retains the aspect ratio of the video. Now we've got a couple of borders, and that's because by default the aspect ratio is set to 4:3, and because this is a widescreen video, we're going to change it to 16:9, and now you can see it fits perfectly. So you can move this around, just drag it by the handle. You can place it wherever you want. Let's see. Actually, it might fit pretty neatly well under here. So imagine this was a workout video that Kayla, it seems, wanted to add here. Click the play, and immediately it will play. So you can preview it from the beginning. Yep, thank you for that. You can preview it inside of the editor as well. So I'm just going to hit save page for that. And there are a couple other widgets that you can drag in. So all of these, you can place them, because it's a PDF issue, you can place them wherever you want. The editor, the HTML editor, I'll show you a bit. It's a little bit different. And again, here you can just resize it to however you want it. Now this is a MailChimp widget, and I can just change the URL here. It's the EEP URL from MailChimp. We decided there's no need to add our own form editor. MailChimp does that brilliantly already. So we're just reusing the form builder that you can do inside of your MailChimp account. There's a couple different settings as well. So yeah, this will actually allow you to grab first name and email address of readers from your magazine. Oops, let me just save that up first before we leave. Let's head to, yeah. Page 4. Actually, I think I might have just, yeah, I'll just close this editor. So let's have a quick peek. Good. So that's the PDF upload. So 3 steps really: upload the PDF, then second, go into the editor, drag any widgets in that you'd like to lay on top. And once you're done and when you're happy with it, you need to hit the pack icon. Now it takes the pack icon basically takes all the stuff that you've added into the PDF, and it creates a file that the app then needs, that the app can download and display. So what happens is every time you go in and change something in your issue, see, do I have one here? Here, for example. So surf stoked. If I am to go, you can see it has a download icon, which basically means that it's up to date. If I go into the editor and load it up, let's see what kind of pages we got here. Yes, we'll do the cover. And if I change something here, actually I have to do another page to change. Let's go to this demo page. I'll just change its heading here real quick. Cool heading. Very, very ingenious. Save the page. Save it one more time. And then exit. Now you can see the icon has changed to pack. So it basically means, and we'll make this more obvious right now. It doesn't really, it's not that obvious, but it just means that there have been some changes and they aren't in the latest version that the app can then download. So I'm just going to hit pack again to make sure that this gets updated. And you can see now the Kayla magazine is also in the download state, which means it's ready. I want to show you guys first, just so that you get a sense of how it works. Let me share another screen. Let's see here, one sec. So I want to show you the app, and actually I'm going to show you guys the latest design. The team here have been working really hard, and they've able to come up with a new design for the iOS app, which looks pretty smooth. I'm going to present this. So I hope that you guys can now see the MagLoft app on the screen here. Could I possibly get a yes, we see it? That would be awesome. I think actually there might be a slight delay from before I see your comments. Okay, I'm going to continue and pray to the tech gods that you did indeed see it, and now you saw me remove it. I'll share it again. Yes, thank you, Bruce. I wonder how much of a delay there was on that. Great. Okay, guys. So this is the new design or layout, I should say, for the iOS app, and we've moved away from the much hard-coded iOS app to a storyboard. Let me just find it again because I minimized it. Here we go. Which means basically that we have more options for customization, and we can change things around as well. So we have the cover. We now have the latest issue. It's more prominently displayed. We have a big fat subscribe button and a big free as well. So this would change if it was a paid issue. That the price would be here. And if you click subscribe, you get the subscription option here to the left. We did keep the old subscribe, so it's still up here. And of course, we have our issues laid out here down below as well. So we think it looks pretty cool. It's nice to have this preview issue. A lot of content apps have this type of thing, so it was really good to get it in eventually. Another thing that we added to the app is also a registration form inside of the info tab here. So now your readers can register, and this is particularly advantage for those of you that want to do paid subscriptions or paid issues. Once they have logged in here, then you'll be able to redeem a coupon which will unlock a paid issue, for example. Later on, we're going to do something really cool as well. So for those of you that have free magazines, you'll be able to create some special content that requires an email requires them to basically log in and do the coupon as well to unlock it. So it's a neat way to build your list, grab some email addresses. I mean, this is what we're all in the business of doing, right? Growing our customer lists. So we're hoping that this feature is going to help you guys get that improved. Cool. So I am going to switch back to the portal because we didn't publish the issue yet. There was a reason for that. I wanted to show you guys that there was no issue there first. Let's see here. Where is the screen? There we go. Yes, there is a delay, Bruce. I have to see if there's any way to improve that. Cool. So we're back in the portal. Hopefully you see the MagLoft portal. I'm just going to make sure I present to everyone there. And we're going to jump back. So basically, if you had gone through the publishing section and activated your account and gone ahead with this, and we'd set up your app, then in order to publish a new issue, all you need to do is make sure that this is in the download state, and then you can go to settings and basically just give it a publish date of today or earlier. So today is the 31st. I'm going to hit that one there, and you can see here in the background that it immediately changed to the published state because now you have a date and you want to update obviously the description here. Categories is something that you might want to use if you have a large magazine that is region-based, north, south, east, west, or if you have a lot of issues that you just like to categorize. So this is basically tagging issues. Let's see. So sports. I could do sports. You can also write your own category if you want to do that. So just to demo, I'll just select sports, and I'll show you in the app what that actually does. And as for pricing, this is a free issue. You can flip it to paid. Then you need to request a tier or select a tier, and we'll make sure we add some more. I know some of you wanted higher tiers. And then basically we will set up this first issue if it's your first time publishing. So if you go in and you set up your magazine, you have one issue and you fill this out with the price, and then you go and activate, you submit, you activate your MagLoft subscription, then we will include whatever issues that you have, and we will make sure that they get created both Apple and Android and get it all set up. For now though, this one is just free, so I'll flick it back and all this niceness goes away. We have some advanced options. This is cool for PDFs. If you want to allow readers to zoom in a lot, you can change this to 400. Allowed orientations, you can do any or portrait and landscape only. A couple of options here for navigating, and reverse page order for Arabic or right to left reading. You can clone the issue. A lot of people do this if they have premium content or paid issues. So you set up your first paid issue, and then you go in here and you can clone it. I can do a BBG clone. Clone. And that will basically create a copy of it, and then I could go in and I could delete pages or delete content that I don't want to show inside of my free preview issue. So this could be the clone. It could also be the preview. That's actually the wording. You can see it's converting. I go into the editor and delete the pages that I don't want to get shown. Cool. So because I was inside here and I changed a couple of settings, I changed the tag or the category, I have to pack the issue again just to make sure that this is actually what I will be seeing or what my readers will be seeing inside of the app. It can be a little bit cumbersome if you're really testing on your device, but yeah, there are other ways to test that we can touch on a little bit later as well. And for those of you that don't have an iOS device, we have a preview app, our MagLoft app, which you can find on Apple's App Store. It will basically allow you to download your issues and see your content on on an iOS device, obviously, before you go ahead and activate your account and pay for the service. You get to see what it actually looks like and feels like on your own device. That's what I wanted to say. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, Benito. We're really happy with the layout as well. We're working on some things that's going to improve it a lot. So yeah, it's exciting times. Absolutely, we understand that, you know, the app is what's selling you guys and your content. It has to look good. It has to work well. It has to sway your readers and make you guys look awesome. So we're definitely going to spend some more time on that. Cool. Let's go back to our issue list. I just want to refresh here for a sec. Okay, so it's in a download state and it's published. So what I want to do now is I want to go back to the app that we have up and running. It would be much easier if I could just share my entire screen, but it does something weird when I go back into Google Hangouts. You go on a serious trip. Maybe I'll just do that. You guys can see it next time. All right, so I have swapped over to the simulator or the MagLoft app. I hope you guys can see it. I'll just give it a second or two. Make sure that any delay we have has passed. All right. Let's see here. So this is really just to demonstrate that if your app is live in the stores and you publish a new issue, it will get shown instantly. So if I hit refresh in the app here, you can see instantly it's pulled down the latest issue. Kayla, it's seen is there. She is. The new issue information, obviously I should have updated that, and it's moved the surf stoke down into the list. So this is ordered by publish date. And I'm just going to hit free just to download it. You can see it's connecting. And I think this is about 20 megabytes, and downloading in the simulator is quite slow. You might just let it run and let's see if it comes out. So yeah, I mean, it's only really the app first time when you submit it for approval that it takes about 10 days. Sometimes it takes, we've had some go through in 5 days. Rarely we've seen it go more than 10 days. And as soon as your app is live and you submit a new issue, instantly you can see it in the devices. Cool. So actually it's almost there. You can see a big green read and an archive. So I'm going to hit read just to show you that we're inside Kayla Zinus in her magazine. And let's see here. Actually, there's the workouts page, and there's the video that I added, and I'm just gonna hit it so you can see that it actually does play. And quickly pause again. Yeah, internet connections through the Xcode simulator are not great, but it should work. There we go.
You know, it's driven Apple from the beginning.
Cool. Thank you. Right, and you have your tap. If I just left tap here in the sides, that was one of the options. I don't know if you remember in the settings for the issue. You can tap to swipe, or you can, of course, just drag the page over. Double click, go back to the... Oh, right, I think actually this is also new for most of you guys. When you double click, you can actually share the page. So your readers can, if they find something awesome, then they can share the page via email. We'll also have more sharing options soon so that it goes straight to Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and whatnot. Cool. Let's go back. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the shelf updates and the instant issue publishing. So let's see here. All right, I've been talking a lot. So guys, this is your opportunity. Go ahead, ask some questions now. And if you don't have any at the moment, then perhaps I'll just jump into the HTML5 editor and show you a couple of things in there. But I want to just give you a chance to fire any questions that you may have. Let's see, so let me get back here. Come on, boys, come on. Okay, otherwise I'll just slowly get ready. So in case you're wondering about the new layout, it's done and we're ready to roll it out. So we'll be rolling it out in all the new activations coming in. And for any of our current customers, we'll of course go ahead and create an update, a new version of the app and submit it to the app stores. I'm trying to see. Yeah, no, I don't think actually any of you guys have any apps published yet. So if you were to go ahead with that, you would just get the latest version. It'll be super easy. Good, okay. Well, I think the lag is longer than I'd like. So I'll just go ahead and load up and share the page again for the portal. Okay. Let's see here. I can try and make it a little bit smaller so I can see if anyone. There we go. Cool. You guys see the full page. Or the smaller. Yes, yeah. Bear with me, guys. This is a shiny new tool that I'm playing with here. Don't know if any of you are Google Hangout or Webinar Jam experts. Maybe we should do a session after this. Teach me. But so far, so good. Okay. So I've shown you already for PDFs. Let's do an HTML5. This I'm not going to upload. I'm going to select create new issue. Yep. And so, yeah, honestly, this is a section of MagLoft that we really wanted to work on a lot and improve. Curious to hear, don't need to be now, but what you guys think. So the idea was to have a kind of like a WordPress theme library where we'd have a lot of different designs that you could then choose from and just copy paste your content in there. So currently we have about 8. And we also offer custom designs for our clients. They range from $100 to a couple $100 to have a design created. I don't have any of the custom ones in here because they are limited to those clients. But I think the City Mag is a good old classic. Let's jump in there and select that one. Obviously, you can check the thumbnails to see what kind of a layout it is. So let's jump in here. Or create the issue, and then we'll jump in. First things first, let's select a template. We'll just go with this cover page here. We'll just call it our table of content. And oh, yes, of course. Very important. Table of contents. Create it. So here you have it, and you can see this is fairly different to the PDF. This is all our templates are based on a responsive design. That means that widgets will always be placed according to where other widgets are. So for instance, you can see here I have a city mag. This is a heading widget. And I have another heading widget here. If I wanted to have some text in between these two headings, you go to my widgets, I'll get a paragraph, I'm clicking and I'm dragging. You can see I get this dotted line, and that's going to indicate where my widget will be dropped. So here you can see I'm dropping it in between the header images here, or headers. So it's just some text. Okay, I messed that up, but you get the idea of it. There's your paragraph text. And for all of the widgets that we have, you have some properties over here on the right. Style, alignment, size, margin bottom. If you want to push down some more space to the bottom of the widget here, if I do 20 and I hit update, let's do 20 pixels, it will move the space down between here. But anyway, that's not the really cool stuff. This columns is probably a better example. You can see we have 3 columns of widgets inside. There is an option here that lets you collapse on phone or never. So if it collapses on phone, you can see if I go to the phone view, they all collapse into one column, which is really cool. I mean, this is responsive design. So items are still big and nice, and text is still easy to read. Now, if I wanted to, I could say, you know, actually, I don't want these columns to collapse. So I'll select never, I just click update. And then now when I go to the phone view, you can see, so this is a bad example because they squeeze out of the screen, but maybe you have some share icons or some menu icons that you want to have at the bottom or the top of your screen. So you can control whether or not columns should collapse. I think if I update this instantly, it will change. Cool. Let's go back to the iPad and have a look at some more widgets. I think a slider widget is probably one of the newer ones that we've added. So for this one, this is a cool widget, but it probably needs a bit of an explanation. I want to get rid of this. It looks ugly. So the slider is basically not a pure image slider. You can put anything you want in this slider. So let's say the first thing I'll put in here is a heading. So this would be slide 1, I guess. And I want it to be centered. Then I'm going to click the side here. You see it will slide away. Put another widget in. Slide 2, center, and so forth. And then I could put, let's see what I have of images in here. Any StarCraft fans out there? Could drag this image in. I could put it below the heading. So the trick with placing widgets is you actually want to put the mouse onto the widget that you want to control it on. If you try and put it below, you can see the dotted line doesn't jump there. So you need to actually touch the widget that you want to place this one above or below. So here I want to place it below the heading. Just drag it in, and there it is. And now you can also see the dotted here. So that's slide 2, and I can go back to slide 1. There's nothing. Slide 2, there's something. So really, you can build up your own like content sliders. That's really what it is. And of course, you can also just use full-sized images. And if you do that, I want to give you a little tip. So unless you format your images so that they have the exact same size, let's see, how can I best demo this? Let me go to the 3rd slide here. And I'll take another image, one that's bigger. Let's see. What have I got here? No. Authority. These are all quite small. This one. This is a fairly big one, so I'll drag this one in. There we go. So you can see, because this is a large image and the image I had previously is smaller, it's going to leave a gap. So when you slide them, it's going to look a little bit weird on the device, unless of course they have the same width and height, then they will fit perfectly. And I think even if we select the slider. So the trick is, go in your widgets, get a layer widget, and drag the layer widget into the slider. And we're gonna get rid of the image. Oh, that was a slider. And here, my dear friends, is the next feature that we're going to create, the undo feature. Sorry about that, guys. I have to drag in the slider again. This time, at least I can build it from scratch. And I'm going to drag in the widget, the layer. And then what I want to do is I can give the layer a height. Minimum height, let's give it 400 pixels. Update that. And then I will give a background image to the layer, which was StarCraft. So you click it and just click it again, and then it will load in. And if you do that as well for your second slide, get the slider, go to the second one, widget, layer, minimum height. What did I say, 300 or 400? 300. That's enough. Update. Pixels. This is, I'll admit, slightly confusing. You can actually do pixels and percent, and it's a different. No, it was 400. I'm pretty sure when I look at that. Oh, and we'll select another image. So let's do the same one here. See what that looks like. That's going to scale and get cut. So obviously, depending on the image that you're using, it may or may not work. If it's a smaller image, then it will zoom in, get a little bit bigger. If it's a bigger one, it's going to place it and crop it off from the top and bottom or left and right. What you can do is you can play around with the image position. So say I want to make sure that the top is always seen, then I can do top center, and it'll always show the top center of this. So that was just real quick here. Guys, there's so many things I can show you in here. I don't want to risk just babbling along. So here you can see now the image are perfectly placed and will flow with the other content. Also, if I go to the smaller screen, same image height, and they won't jump. Here you can see it's been really zoomed in. Cool. All right, so let's see, guys. The layout is awesome. Thank you, Benito. Is there anything that you guys would like me to touch on? I can see we've already been going for about 50 minutes, so I want to make sure that you guys get your questions answered. So while you think of questions, please do. I can tell you that we have a special going on this week because we're celebrating our hackathon. It's actually almost 10 p.m. and the guys are still here working. So I can tell you so many things. I don't know where to start, but we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. And one of them is, at least for this week, is we're going to kill the app setup fee. It's a $3.99 US one-time setup fee that we've been charging because, believe it or not, there is actually a lot of manual work. It is almost a client job, making sure that the app looks the way that you guys want it and it has the correct content, the correct pricing and all that. But we're getting close to automation. We have some processes already automated, so it allows us to free up more time. And that then again also allows us to offer you guys something a little bit better than the $3.99. You'll hear more of this during the week. It will be running until Sunday, so there's no rush. You don't need to jump and go and order right now, but I'm just letting you guys know that that's the plan for the week. Hopefully through these webinars that I'm doing, I'll be doing 2 every day with 12 hours difference, so hopefully that can hit everyone. This is definitely the time, get your questions answered. Find out if this is a tool that you'd like to use. Obviously, offer you guys a 30-day money-back guarantee. The setup fee will be waived, and yeah, it's a great opportunity for you guys to come in and really give it a shot and try and get your own content marketing apps out there in the app stores, which is what this is all about. So let me just kill this sharing. I should be back here in the office, and just wanted to make sure, let me double check all the questions here. Yeah, I wonder if that delay is really that long. So any questions, guys? And don't forget it. So, I mean, yeah, let's get at least one question. You can do one question. And like I said, we'll be doing these twice daily. So if you don't get your question tonight, you can come back another night and fire it away. But it'll be really cool just to get one in there. What have we talked about? We talked about, obviously, signing up is free. You can test all the tools that we have. You can upload your PDF. You can add interactive widgets on top. You can do the HTML editor drag and drop. The whole publishing section idea where you add the information that we need in order to publish your apps. We'll do all the technical stuff for you. That's one of our key selling points. And we got the new app coming out with the new features, the new layout. And we're working on some other cool features as well. We got some big announcements coming out. It's not quite ready yet, so I don't want to spoil anything. But we are looking at coming up with ways to make the content creation even easier. I guess I can give a hint. A hint would be, if you already have a blog, then we'll soon have an option that will allow you to reuse that in a very efficient and quick way. So that's exciting. We're looking forward to sharing that with you soon. When I say soon, I'm hoping a couple of weeks. Cool. Right. Questions, guys? Okay. Is there a replay scheduled? This is a good question. I think there is. I enabled it, and then I thought, you know what, this is the first one, so it's probably not going to be very good. So I think I disabled it. I'm pretty sure, being Google Hangout, this one will go on YouTube and on the Plus profile as well, so you can see it. But again, Arnold, I'll do more of these. I'm scheduled to do twice a day until Friday, including Friday. So I'm sure they will improve in quality and get you guys some more for your time. So yes. Hey Nick, thanks for your time. Great webinar. Apple News is something that concerns me right now. Any ideas? Do you believe this is killing the newsstand and the desktop publishing industry in general? Great question. So definitely, it was kind of expected and yet unexpected that Apple announced that they were going to drop the newsstand. But in all honesty, they hadn't really done a very good job of keeping it updated. There were bugs in there. There were people outright exploiting it with naming apps with A, and just the whole review and process of keeping it up to date. So the newsstand in itself, I thought was a really, it was great opportunity for us to come in and compete in the app store. Turns out, I don't remember exactly who it was, but turns out that someone had done a research on how many apps actually got discovered while searching within the newsstand category, and it was like almost nothing, not a lot at least. So in terms of being spotted and having to compete with other apps in the newsstand, I don't fear that at all. Actually, I think it's a good thing that Apple decided to get rid of the newsstand. Ever since iOS 7, when they got rid of the old icon and replaced it with this flat, very, very ugly, not transparent icon, people started really abandoning it and hating on it almost. So that didn't help publishers, at least. Now, come iOS 9, the newsstand goes away. You can actually drag your app out and put it on the desktop. When people install your app, it's going to be on the desktop. So visibility there, reminding them, will be much better. And now you can also, once again, show on the desktop of your device when a new issue has been published. So via notifications, you can do that. Yes, great question. So that was a quick, I know we did a blog post. Not sure if you guys actually know, but we set up a blog, and I'll just paste a link to this article. And I'm going to copy that, put it here. So that was the article I wrote about the newsstand. If you haven't seen it, maybe there's some questions that you get answered there as well. Benito says, what about iOS 9 and Apple News and MagLoft? Good. All right. So I think I kind of touched on that in the answer before, but we're excited about iOS 9. We're really looking forward to it. We've had so many people ask us, can we do standalone apps? And now finally we can in iOS 9. And for Apple News, so Apple News is, well, we're excited to see what that's about as well. It's definitely gonna, I think, help people that already have blogs get their feeds into the device. Apple's talking about making it searchable as well. So that's cool. That's really great. But the Apple News won't allow you to do, I mean, it's not a native app, so it won't allow you to do the native stuff that apps can do. For people that are looking to get into premium content or paid content, that's especially important because you can't do in-app purchases in Apple News. That can be done through native apps. You can't do push notifications through Apple News. Again, you need a native app for that. The MagLoft blog has been submitted to Apple News. We're ready to go live. I have iOS 9, but I'm not in the US, so we can't see it yet. But we're definitely going to also allow people that use our editor for our HTML editor. We're going to convert the content and make sure that it's Apple News compliant. So you would basically be able to also get your feed into the Apple News. I mean, it's all about exposure, right? And the more exposure we can get, the better. Strategies are already coming out for Apple News, where it's all about, that's a great place to get some more eyeballs on your content, but that content should then lead to the native app. And there are tons of ways of doing that as well. So at MagLoft, we're excited about it. We're going to support iOS 9, of course. We already do that. And moving forward, you'll get your standalone app. Everything works. Subscriptions, push notifications, background downloads, all that stuff will continue to work. You now just get to be on the desktop of your readers' apps, which is cool. So I hope that answers your question there. Arnold says, hi Nick, do you have any plans to create a marketing session to discuss digital magazine marketing, content acquisition, promotion, etc.? Yeah, I would love to do that, and we'll definitely plan that in, because I know that's also something that lots of people are concerned about. You know, how do I get readers to my magazine? How do I actually find people that want to read it? What about App Store optimization? Can I compete? What are all the different strategies for monetizing? I mean, I have knowledge, but obviously I'm not a super expert on this field. I think it's fair to let you all guys know that the MagLoft team, we're experts at executing on the technical side. We're really, if anything, the technical partner in all this. But we've had opportunity to partner up with other experts in other areas of our niche. So we're definitely going to be doing that as well. We're going to invite some people to come and speak, some people that have done very well with their magazines, people that are just getting started. And I think as we move forward with promoting and publishing new features of the apps, we'll all learn more as well. So the whole universal app login that I showed you guys earlier, we're hoping and expecting to see a lot more people opt in through that way. And we're, of course, going to share that information with the publishers via our dashboard, so you guys can see them. We'll just learn along the way what works and what doesn't. So Arnold, I hope that answered your question. You guys, of course, always welcome to book a one-on-one Skype. Every email that I send out in my signature, there's a Skype link, so you can go and book a session if you'd like that, to talk about something more specific. I'll be happy to do that as well. Cool. Thanks, guys. Questions? All right. Well, I hope you got some new insights into MagLoft, what it does and what it can do, how you can use it, how you can get started really quickly. We're working on ways to improve the process of getting your app ready. And we're also looking at different options to like almost have it ready instantly, but obviously not with all the features available, because some of them just take time to get set up. So we'll have more information about that in the upcoming weeks. Yeah, let's see. Is there anything I'm forgetting, guys? Cool. All right. Good. Well, guys, if you don't have any other questions at the moment, let me just see here. I'll type in our URL for booking. So book.magloft.com, you can go there, you can see the calendar, you can change the time zone into your own time zone, and then you can see what slots are available, and you just go ahead and book it, and it'll get in both of our calendars, and then we can meet on Skype or the phone, whatever you wish, for a more in-depth talk of specific subjects. Thank you, Yanis. Thank you. Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been cool learning this new tool, and looking forward to doing some more webinars and showing you guys some more cool stuff, MagLoft. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. Talk to you soon. Remember, if you want anything or you want to chat, send me an email. If you want to get in a one-on-one Skype, go ahead and book it. We'll get it done. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.